Hello, first of all, thank you and welcome to this series of MOOC lectures on English medium instruction, EMI, in higher education settings. The internationalisation of universities has become a priority for many countries around the globe. Universities around the world strive to internationalise their curricula and establish international partnerships through exchange and collaborative degree programmes, faculty exchanges, attracting PhD students, publishing in international journals, and collaborating with international research partners, all to raise the global presence and profile of an institution. In places like Japan, this has resulted in an increased focus on establishing and extending EMI courses and programs for non-language subjects, such as business studies in English. This is happening in both school and tertiary education. Europe has witnessed a tenfold increase in the number of EMI master's programs over a period of only 10 years. This has been led mainly by the discipline of business, economics, engineering, and technology. A widely cited report on EMI in Europe shows a similar increase in English top programs in European universities, from 725 in 2001 to 2,389 in 2007 and 8,089 programs in 2014. The EMI movement is happening worldwide. In many contexts, one of the key driving forces behind this policy is to improve the English proficiency of a country's workforce, and English skills are also a key motivating factor behind student enrolment. However, internationalisation policy decisions are running ahead of awareness, capacities, and practical knowledge regarding how to implement EMI in effective, context-sensitive, and sustainable ways, with provision fast outpacing empirical research into the affordances and complexities of such rapid developments. In this series of talks, I will explore a broad range of relevant theoretical and practical issues related to EMI. The growing global demand for English proficiency has clearly become central to the modernisation agenda of countries around the globe. Amongst other things, this has resulted in the increased use of English in a variety of domains, including academia. The internationalisation of higher education has become synonymous with English, and as we see here in this graph, English takes the lion's share in academic output in peer-reviewed journals. As Pennycook points out, globally, we're seeing trends towards greater use of English at primary level in many school systems, as well as a trend towards the use of EMI in secondary science and technology classes. From Chile to Korea, we've seen major proposals for the greater use of English across the educational system. Before discussing EMI, it's important to situate this movement, or this growing global phenomenon, within the wider context of the globalisation of the English language. English is truly the world's global lingua franca. No matter where you travel around the globe today, English is often heard in daily use. It's become part of the daily lives of many people from diverse linguistic and cultural backgrounds, and this is also true in countries where it is not the primary language. The global spread of English and its rise as a truly global language is evident in a number of domains, as we can see here. With the ever-increasing global demand for English proficiency, English language teaching, has become a global industry. English proficiency has become part of the modernisation agenda in many countries. It's become a major part of government initiatives. It's a prestige language in many contexts. English is a compulsory subject in many secondary schools, often required to enter university and also to graduate. And English proficiency has become a prerequisite to career success in many companies. In addition to other domains, as noted, English dominates academia, and internationalization, synonymous with English, has become a fashionable trend in higher education institutes around the world. As I noted, initial growth was in Europe. However, EMI is becoming a trend worldwide, and we now have what Dearden calls a worldwide shift from English being taught as a foreign language to English being the medium of instruction. Government funding and university rankings are increasingly influenced by EMI provision. The Chinese Ministry of Education, for example, rates those higher education institutes offering 10% of all courses in English as being excellent, and those offering few or none as poor. Many students today are required to take at least some EMI classes to graduate. The ability to teach in English has also become an important criteria in faculty hiring decisions, with newly hired faculty often required to teach at least some of their classes in English. In this series of 10 short talks, I'll focus on defining EMI, examine where it's conducted, why it's promoted, how it's conducted, so looking at different models of EMI, and also examine it from the perspective of key stakeholders, including teachers, students, administrators, and policymakers. The overall aim of this EMI module is to provide a clear understanding of EMI, the definitions, key terms, driving forces, perceived benefits, challenges, approaches to teaching in English, and the influence that this has on various stakeholders. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the lectures.